I'm not going to have a Smite video this week. It's not happening.
I won't let you get away from me.
It's really just not going to happen, no matter how madly I want to. Alright, so you know how challenge accepted? Well, that's where this video comes in, the warrior episode. Alright, yeah, that was an Everkick shout out. Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Smite. My name's Basilisk, I'm still your host, so let's get started. Yes, I took a comment from my own update video as a challenge, and so you're actually getting this video. Right on. Alright, we're going back into training mode for the Conquest tutorial.
Welcome to the Smite Conquest.
Shut up!
The warrior class is well-rounded and able to fulfill defensive, support, or offensive roles depending on the items they acquire.
Unfortunately, the fact that I wasn't able to do this last week means I don't have to play as Ra for this. I find Ra to be incredibly boring. Excuse me. Excuse me, Lord. There we go. Load times for the Conquest tutorial are a nightmare. I don't think they're usually this bad when playing actual Conquest mode, but yeah. New players for a better competitive experience. Kai. Yeah, for some reason, MOBA communities tend to be very close-lipped when it comes to sharing information. Very odd. I'm just reading the stuff at the bottom now. That is true. It is very handy that. I like jungle practice. Lets me know who I might want to play as before I buy them. I've earned from playing PvP and versus AI matches. This load time is ridiculous. The truth, by now, I've probably cut, but hey.
Our deeds shall be written in legend.
Why the lag?
Welcome to Conquest.
What the fuck?
Is the largest and most strategically challenging game mode in Smite. You and your team must control 3 lanes
the
of
largest.
combat, each with its own defenses and objectives, from advancing enemy minions and players. To win Conquest, you must advance at least 1 lane toward the enemy base, first destroying their towers, then defeating their Phoenix, and finally slaying their Titan. At least 1 of the 3 enemy Phoenixes must be destroyed before you are allowed to assault the Titan. It's often valuable to destroy more than 1 Phoenix, as doing so weakens the enemy Titan, and spawns more powerful friendly minions in that lane, helping to assault the enemy base. There are many strategies in Conquest, but the most common is for 1 player to be sent to defend each of 3 lanes, for a supporting player to be sent to assist the long lanes, and for your 5th player to clear jungle camps and help out in the lanes as needed. As a warrior, you have good damage and support abilities. You are a well-balanced class with several different roles to fulfill in a fight. You'll need to pay attention to your team's needs and adjust to different positions accordingly. The first thing you should always do is purchase items. Press I to open the...
Yeah, it's the items thing again.
Starting with Death's Toll will help you sustain and survive longer in your lane before you have to return to base. The Relic Teleport will allow you to return back to lane very quickly to maximize your gold and XP gain, but remember you have to manually activate it. Healing potions are consumables you can use to replenish health as needed, and are especially important early in the match. Well done! The first task in Conquest is to clear the jungle buff caps, which will provide powerful enhancements for your team in the early game. As a warrior, you'll usually want to acquire a mana buff for yourself. This will rapidly replenish your mana pool, allowing you to use your abilities more frequently to clear minion waves. Let's clear the mana camp now.
Okay, why are you here, Thor? If there's some background noise, I apologize. My fan is running and it's really hot in here. Anyways, yeah. With the mana camps, you just want to clean these guys out really quickly. I honestly don't play Conquest mode, partly because I feel it's long, and I mean like 45 minutes is kind of a short match sometimes.
Fantastic. You should now head to your lane and defend it from approaching enemy minions. As a warrior, you can fill a number of roles, but for this tutorial, we will have you defend the short lane.
Short
You're in the
lane?
short lane now.
What are you on
Very
about?
good. In
Oh.
Smite, you share gold and XP from helping
Interesting.
defeat enemy minions. The player that delivers the last hit on a minion will also gain additional gold.
Okay, I like that they do actually shorten one lane. You wanna fuck off, Thor? Anyways, it also tends to be very stagnant. For a lot of the game, not much happens. My little soldier up there's about to die. Yep. But, but also,
It's important to return to your base often, to acquire new items and replenish your health and mana. Press B to go back to base and purchase additional recommended items from the store as you see fit.
Sorry, my brain shut down again.
That will do well.
Excellent. It looks like your team is gathering in the middle lane. After purchasing any items, you should head there, group up with them, and destroy the first tower there.
Yeah, that never happens this fast. But also because tactics for playing assault, or not assault mode, conquest mode, tend to be very stagnant. There's a plan for every phase of the game, and any deviation from that plan, and it's always the same plan, is met with all kinds of vitriol.
Help them do this now.
And also, this never happens this early on. But yeah, it's honestly, I don't like the stagnation. I don't find Conquest that entertaining for that reason. There's usually a bit more variance in like Joust mode.
Is on its heels. Now is a great time to defeat one of the jungle boss objectives, the Gold Fury. As the name implies, the Gold Fury will award your entire team with a large sum of gold for the kill. Join your team in defeating the Gold Fury now.
But sorry, my mind didn't stop working there for a second.
Wonderful. With the gold gained from that kill, you should return to base and purchase additional items from your recommended list.
Did have a bit of a horde, but sorry. Another issue I have is that I'm going to sell this death toll.
Excellent. The tool of a warrior.
You should now return to the middle lane and push forward until you destroy the enemy Phoenix. The first step in launching your attack on the enemy Titan.
Die. Okay. First thing to do when assaulting a Phoenix is to clear out the tower even, is to clear out the damn minions. Otherwise they will make things difficult. Anyways, sorry.
Excellent. This lane will now spawn more powerful minions, which will put pressure on the enemy team. This is an excellent time for your team to defeat the jungle boss objective known as the Fire Giant. The Fire Giant will grant a powerful buff that increases the damage and regeneration of each member on your team. Join your team at the Fire Giant now. Attack the Fire Giant now. If you get low on health, fall back out of range and let your allies finish.
Anyways. If I...
Now
Okay, talk.
the enemy once and for all. Attack the enemy Titan and defeat it to win this match.
Alright, let's try functioning again. There's usually some more variation in the other Conquest light game modes like Joust, Assault, or no, Joust, Siege, or Clash. But I still prefer Arena mode. I still tend to prefer Arena mode. Oh shit, I died. I'm gonna be here for a while too. I think I'll just let them handle things. Okay, this is gonna take a bit. Forward march. Alright, yeah, we're gonna be able to do 2 tutorials today, the last 2 tutorials today, which means next episode, I know what I'll be doing. Run, Guan Yu, run! You can make it!
An enemy has been slain.
I might not make it before I get there, damn.
Double kill.
I'm going. I'm going. Yeah, you get out of there, Raw. Just get in there on my horse. Yay. Now for the pointless windscreen. Hello? Hello? Hello, computer. There we go. Yes, one pointless windscreen. What's this symbol? Oh. It's back to the home screen. Back to the play screen. And now for the Clash tutorial. Since we're still Guan Yu.
The warrior class is well-rounded and able to fulfill defensive, support, or offensive roles depending on the items they acquire.
Depending on how long this lasts, I might be able to show off jungle practice as well. That would be nice. Actually, I probably should have showed that off last episode. Oh well. Hindsight's 2020. Yeah, the goodwill thing's kind of neat. I really wish the enemy team would stop being ridiculously better than mine. It's kind of embarrassing. Is Sobek a hunter or a warrior? No, we have a hunter. Sobek's a guardian? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm spacing out a bit there. Next.
Our deed shall be written in legend.
Yeah, I don't know why the opening of the Conquest tutorial is so
Welcome to
laggy.
Clash. In this game mode, 2 teams will attempt to destroy each other's titans while defending their own titan. This map features 2 lanes, a small jungle, and average game time is around 15 minutes. The Clash map contains a centered damage camp. Obtaining this damage camp will give your team an advantage in the early game. Each lane contains a phoenix. Eliminating the enemy phoenix will provide your team with upgraded minions for 4 minutes. You may begin to attack the enemy's titan once one phoenix is eliminated, but eliminating both phoenixes will greatly weaken the enemy titan. In Clash, Clash, players start at level 3 with 1500 gold and have accelerated gold advancement. As a warrior, you have good damage and support abilities, and are well balanced to fulfill several different roles in the fight.
Cool shot of the pyramids.
Pay attention to your team's needs and adjust to different positions accordingly.
I mean, that was an amazing shot of the pyramids right there.
You should always spend your skill points when available, and you can do this by using the shortcuts. If you'd like to know more about your skills, you can also open the skills screen.
You're frickin' late. Whoop.
This is the abilities screen. It displays information about your abilities, as well as your god's passive ability at the top of the screen. You can also change the casting style of each ability on this screen. Great. The next thing you should do is buy some starting items. They will grant you a significant advantage during the early game phase. Open the item store now and purchase your recommended starter items. As a warrior, purchasing combat boots will start you with good mobility and increased physical damage. Well done! The first task in Clash is to clear the creature buff camps, gaining powerful enhancements for your team in the early game.
This mode's only 15
There
minutes
is only
long.
one damage buff available. It would be beneficial to obtain this buff for your team. Head to the center of the map and clear the damage camp.
I can't honestly remember the last time I played a Clash map, so I might have to look into that. I might do that in between episodes.
A
Do
red
that.
rune has dropped onto the floor. Pick up the red rune to receive the damage buff.
No shit.
Fantastic. You should now return to either the left or right lane, where your minions are headed to clash with the enemy. Feel free to explore the map for other camps. Before you begin exploring, be sure to clear your way to receive the maximum damage. In Smite, you share gold and XP from helping to defeat enemy minions. The player that delivers the last hit will also gain additional gold. Defeat as many enemies as you can to gain more XP and gold.
Going over here. Man, this move tears up enemies. But, sorry, my mind is like, no, you're not functioning right now. Yeah, see, that's, which one is this? Mana camp? Yeah. There's 3 mana camps, 4 mana camps, 2 in the damage camp. Hello, Hercules.
Well done. Now that you've begun to clear the minions, let's attack the enemy's structure.
Heal.
Destroy the enemy's tower to gain gold and experience.
Ah! Yeah, that's what happens when you get excited and go for the kills. Get this piece of armor. Okay, so I can't actually remember the last time I played a Clash match, so yeah. The knowledge that there's another match this short, I might take the time in between episodes, or at least between this episode and when I do Neith's episode, to see what, to try a couple of the other modes out. Because, like I just said, it's been a very long time. And see which one I like, and see which one I think would be the best, because one of my things was that Arena I thought would be the best. But if it's not, then... oh shit. Now we've got to drive these guys back. This is getting silly. Would you kindly fuck off? Look, I guess he's been programmed. Go over here and do some damage to this damn tower. almost got it.
You expose the enemy phoenix. Continue your attack and destroy the enemy phoenix. Remember,
Can't yet.
towers
No shit.
and weaken the enemy's tank.
I am looking a little weak here. Okay. Get a frostbound hammer because I can afford the full thing. Anyways, so yeah, I will look into the other game modes and see which one I think would be best for the LP. For the main part of the LP, I mean. I know what I'm covering tomorrow. But yeah, if this is only 15 minutes long, this could actually resolve my issue with the, with the arena mode not having much in the way of, like, jungle or whatever. Alright, let's shoot through these guys really quick. Thank you. I've got some more items to work with. Bye. This is one of those times where being a hunter would be useful, because I could just shoot that bastard. I have a lot of archers. Alright, slice up the Phoenix a bit. Or rather a lot. Damn.
Push the lane and destroy the Titan to win the game.
Alright, do I have minions? Alright, let's do this thing. Gotcha. Had to figure out how the best to do that. I forgot how much range Guan Yu has on his weapons. Very nice. Does he want to load? Yes, it does. Okay. No favor, no worshippers, no experience. Accolades that I don't get to keep. First blood. 5 enemy kills and... buff camp's cleared, huh? Anyways. What's next? Right, we still have time, so... we're gonna look at jungle practice really quick. This is a short frickin' queue. And for jungle practice, I'm just gonna grab... who do I want to grab here? Actually, I want to grab, if I can find him, Hercules, because it keeps telling me I have an extra skin for him. Yeah, I don't know what they're on about. I've just got the Hercules skin. Voiced by the cartoon Hercules, if I recall. I don't remember how I unlocked this. It was very nice, though. My itch. Okay.
Time for another adventure. Where to?
Alright, this is the jungle. It's gonna annoy the hell out of me down there. So, really quick. In here you have... this is basically like your base. You can buy your items here, and it starts you off with 100,000 gold. So, if you want to, you can just buy all of the things. Not to mention and fully upgrade your relics. Anyways, these two things right here. Okay, these four circles here. Red one lowers you a level. Blue, stepping into it raises you a level. So let's step into it until we're level 5 so I can get all the skills. And doing that. That one resets cooldowns. Gotcha. This one, I believe... I don't know what you do. What does that do? What does that do? Doesn't appear to be doing anything. Anyways, alright. First thing we have here, this one shows off enemy minions. And it's kind of like a mini jungle. Use this to flank on enemy, to practice flanking on enemy minions and so on and so forth. Anyways, once they spawn... For some reason, enemy minions spawn away from the camp now. Very odd. But yeah, you can just practice against enemy minions here if you decide you really need it. Onward. Next is the fire giant. And you know, I'm going to try this. I'm going to lose. I'm going to die in jungle practice mode. Holy crap. No, I'm not. Fuck you. I died.
I have no regrets.
Whoops. Grab our cooldown clear. Alrighty. Over here is the Gold Fury. And yeah, jungle practice is just used for trading grounds. Fight the Gold Fury here. She'll kick my ass too, I'll bet. Actually, no, I'm kind of winning this one. Because, you know, I need gold so much. Alrighty. She's out of it. Now, can I see what this does? Oh, wait. Is she back? Okay, that's what that does. It automatically respawns the enemies. Okay. Damage camp. This is just... most of the rest of these are buff camps. This is a damage camp where you can practice how to... against the enemies that guard the damage buff. Or get a damage buff, I suppose, if you're so inclined. Also, did I actually just level up? Yes, I did. Okay. Your auto level up thing won't work here for some reason. It's very odd. Speed camp, same thing as the damage camp, except for attack speed buffs. Mana camp, same thing as the other two camps, except for mana buffs. Void camp. This one, I think, is only in one or two game modes. Because I forgot this one was actually here. But, so it is. Alright. And our last door here, in fact, the front door, is where you can practice against enemy gods. You got a stationary god here, Odin, that you can use for abilities that hit through the walls and such. Like I can smack him one and he shows up there or whatever. And then for actual practice against a dummy that fights back, trot up here and take the fight to Raw. Now, enemy gods not only spawn in really fast, but they keep at your level. So fighting them is always at least a decent level way to test your abilities. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this mode. Alright, so yeah, that's I'll be using jungle practice during the main Let's Play. That's where I can, because that's where I can show off a god's abilities in a controlled environment. So I'll be using it for that purpose. But other than that, yeah. All right, let's move on to our warrior bio. Alright, so the warrior class. The warrior class is a very interesting class compared to the others. Unlike literally every other class in the game, it doesn't have any one thing that it excels at. They don't have the damage output of assassins or hunters or certain mages. They don't have the healing or support output of other mages. They don't have the defensive capability of the guardian class, who we'll be covering next week. No, the warriors, sorry, I just bumped my mic. The warriors are very much balanced. They're a jack of all trades. They have solid damage potential, but not. They have solid regular attack potential. Sorry, I just hit my mic, but not to the level of the hunters. They have solid ability damage, but not to the level of assassins and mages. They have solid healing and support, but again, not to the level of the mages. And they have solid defense, but nowhere near that of the guardians. They're very balanced. And to make things even more difficult, no two warriors are the same. Now, I've said this before with other classes, especially mages, but the extent to which that is true here is kind of insane. For instance, the starter warrior, Guan Yu, comes with a healing ability, a forward rush, a high damage ability with a decent range, and probably the most difficult to use ultimate in the game as far as I'm concerned, just because of how weird it controls. But then you have someone, say Hercules. All of his abilities do damage, and they're really easy to use. But then you have someone like Bologna, who can certainly be used to an effective level starting off, but getting the most out of her is really difficult because of how her abilities work. And all of them are damaged, and they all give her different buffs. Each warrior is radically different. You can't just pick up a warrior and assume it's going to play like the rest of the class, because the only universal in this class, in the warrior class, is that they're fairly balanced. And of course, because of this balance means there's a variety of ways you can build items. How you build your kit for a warrior is very subjective. It depends entirely on what you want to do with them. And again, the warrior you're using. A lot of them can be used as pseudo-tanks, or high damage deal, or even support depending on the warrior you got. So, yeah. Unfortunately, this bio segment's probably going to be really short because of that. There's no real universal items I give you. In terms of relics, that's a bit different. I usually go with invincibility, and I think it's Shield of Thorns off the top of my head. I think the invincibility item is called relic is called Aegis. I'm kind of terrible at it. Anyways, the relic that gives you vulnerability for 2 seconds, and the relic that makes it so all enemies that are hitting you are taking damage themselves. Those, I think, are a very good combination of relics for warriors. Another thing, if you are building a warrior that relies heavily on ability usage, you want to boost that. You want to get some MP potions, because their MP pools aren't terrible, but they aren't sufficient for sustained ability use. Let me think. Yeah. That's honestly about all the advice I can give for warriors, though, because of how varied the class is. That's really the best advice I can give for a warrior for playing a warrior is know your positioning, know your warrior, and know what your team needs. If your team doesn't have a guardian, you want to build your warrior as an off tank. If your team lacks a support, you want to try and build it as support if your warrior is capable of it. Whatever your team needs, if you're playing as a warrior, that's what you want to build your warrior into, is a fill-in for that spot. You'll generally be working in the short lane with a second character if you're playing Conquest, in my experience, but it's off and on there. It depends on what your team composition is. But yeah, that's really all the advice I can give for warriors. Know your positioning, know your warrior. Yeah. So, on to some fun facts. The starting warrior is Guan Yu, who I think is a bit more complex than I would like for a starting warrior, especially his ultimate. He's not the easiest to use. I'd have gone for Hercules. Speaking of Hercules, yeah, speaking of Hercules, he's one of the easiest warriors in the game to use. You saw me use him in the jungle practice, and honestly, if you're looking for a new warrior to start with, I highly recommend him for that. Now, my favorite warrior is Bologna. Now, it's kind of funny. Bologna was actually the reason I started playing Smite, because I was looking up Greek mythology and saw that they used her. A lot of lore, Roman mythology. A lot of more casual Roman mythology tends to forget she's there in favor of Mars. My jaw hurts. Now, sorry. And my brain says, no, you don't get to think right now. Now, she was also my first main. She was the first character I actually bought, and she's still probably the one I play as the most because I really enjoy her. She can be used in a variety of ways. High damage, crowd control, or as an off tank. But yeah, that's it for me. That's it for this episode. In the next episode, we will be looking at Assault mode, I think it is off the top of my head, which is a mode no matter what I do, I cannot use for the LP. In the meantime, thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been Basilisk, and I will see you all in the next episode. Good night, folks.